The new changes made to the school fitness center have vastly improved the originally bland room. Though they are quite new, it's made a big impact on the school community, on the athletics and sports teams, and on regular students. The change actually began outside of the room. The first change made was the flooring surrounding the area. It replaced the standard tile with the padding used in the fitness center. The operation was overseen by Athletic Director Jay Egan.
It's a 1/2 inch rubber that's on top of the old floor that was there, and we used to try to use the old floor for those activities with no shock absorption and really no traction. So that's one big advantage I think that maybe we're not as focused in on as
It helped teams like soccer with Captain Julia Ozimek and track and field with Captain Alex Urban. Both teams, among others, use the hall to warm up or jump rope out of the way of those using the fitness center.
It allows us to get a better grip on the floor with our sneakers rather than the tiles, which we used to have. So it has helped us with our footwork.
On the distance side, we're mostly doing core workouts, so that's either using like the weight balls, mats and stuff like that. And we also use a lot of free weights, especially like mirror arms, so working on form and stuff like that. And then for the sprinters side, they really have been doing a lot more squats and stuff like that, so they've been using the bars and everything like that.
The opportunity presented by the new slam balls, jump ropes, and kettlebells has brought even more students in during their free time, no longer just athletes. Fitness Center Supervisor Thomas Brown and Assistant Football Coach Jason Miska have noticed changes in the attendance and areas of focus.
From 75 to 80 student athletes working out here at the same time. And it goes from 2:30, like I said, to 5:30. We have 3 or 4 different lifting groups. We also have kids coming in and only get a workout in. And we have almost as many of the female athletes as male athletes working out, which I think is really important.
Our kettlebells have improved some of our movements that we could do with hip swings and so forth. The new med balls are great because they don't bounce up, so it makes an athlete bend at the hips to pick the ball up. And the new bars and the new clips also provide safety, and also we're able to get more kids working out at once, which is great. So our groups of 36 are able to fully integrate all their movements and training due to the equipment that we have out here.
The dumbbells are a vast improvement from the previous ones. Every team that has used them has noticed the benefits of having newer weights and more of them. One of the most noticeable changes is the weights and Olympic bars, along with their corresponding benches. All new Rogue benches have been put in place, as well as new Olympic bars and color-coded weights. This offers a more convenient experience, as well as a safer one.
It made it a lot easier. Before, we'd really, for the most part, have to go to the YMCA to do our workouts because between the free weights and everything, like there was only one set of dumbbells and stuff before, and now there's a second set. So that's made it a lot easier for us to get in here as a team because before, with like the football kids and stuff, there wasn't really enough space for everybody. But now with the second set of weights, it's really, really easy. And then especially for like the freshmen and stuff, now we've been able to get on the bench press and stuff like that, which we haven't really been able to do much in the past. And having like the newer bars and everything has made that a lot easier. And yeah, so it's been a lot easier to get more kids in here, get the workouts done quicker, and basically get our workout done here instead of the Y.
The most important thing is with the barbells, we had clips that were bent and broken. And if the weight wasn't perfectly balanced, a plate could slide off, and it had happened a couple of times. So it was becoming a safety issue. And the old dumbbells, there were bolts holding them together, and they were starting to wear. One broke, and they had to constantly be tightened. The new barbells that we have now, the new dumbbells we have now, it's one molded piece, so we never have to worry about making adjustments or tightening them. So obviously the safety aspect is going to be improved.
And the new bars and the new clips also provide safety, and also we're able to get more kids working out at once, which is great. So our groups of 36 are able to fully integrate all their movements and training due to the equipment that we have out here.
Along with the changes came the student response. So far, it's been very positive, with more students coming in to use the fitness center every day. A handful have given great feedback as to their experience.
I think the new equipment has sent a message to the students that it's something that's really important to the coaches and to the people that support the athletic programs at New Canaan High School. So I think it's energized them, it's made them, sent a strong message about that's an important part of the athletic program and an important part of their development.
Again, it's a positive note. They came in, particularly the new dumbbells. We have 2 sets of every weight. We go from 5 to 100, and I think it goes up to 145 pounds of dumbbells. 2 full sets, brand new racks, and obviously it's going to make the workouts better. We have new bars. The other bars they were starting to wear away, and obviously if you have something new, it gives you better grip. So again, it's always good to get updated, new, improved equipment.
For the kettlebells, they are color coded based on their weights, so it's allowed us to use them much more efficiently. We could use them much more easily, and they're also much more stable on the bar.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's too bad that the lacrosse team as a whole doesn't lift in this this spot, because I mean it's an incredible thing to have within our school, and so I think with this new equipment, maybe change could come to that, and maybe the lacrosse team would again start lifting here, which I mean, as a lacrosse player, I'd love to see, and as a football and lacrosse guy, I think that'd be a great thing to have. So I think that could happen. I think this new equipment could really help in moving that process. So
everything kind of starts at the university level, or actually at the pro level, trickles down to universities, and then mimics through the high schools. So you see a Trumbull or a St. Joe's. St. Joe's just built a $1.5 million new athletic center, or added onto their own. I know Trumbull's trying to go that route. The equipment, it's important, and if you want to have athletes competing at a higher level, you have to challenge them, and the more equipment that you can use, and you can change their movements, and it just challenges the kids.
One detail that often goes unnoticed was where the old equipment went. Coach Miska was with the football team while they helped the Harding High athletes move the equipment onto a truck.
Actually went this summer and trained with their kids one day over at Harding, and we saw their facility isn't quite up to some of the equipment that we have, and so we thought, actually, and I talking with Mr. Egan and some of the other coaches, that we can help out a fellow school that may not necessarily have the same amount of resources that we have here. So we reached out to Coach Santiago. He said, oh, that'd be awesome. So they came up here with 10 of their kids, a couple coaches. We had 15 kids here, and we just humped out the weights, put it in a couple of their trucks and vans, and they were very appreciative, and it was cool seeing the kids work together, get it out, because it was some work to get some of this heavy equipment out of here.
There has already been a lot of progress made. A number of aspects in the room, including unused machinery and worn benches, can still be improved on.
Well, I mentioned the cardiorespiratory equipment, I think, is we're going to continue to work on that. I think the area of functional training is something I think we're going to continue to expand on. Bands, medicine balls, Swiss balls. We feel like that's something we can do in season with our athletes, and that's something that is an important part of total conditioning. So I think if you see some changes here, it's going to be in that area.
I think definitely on this side, at least, like with the leg press and everything, maybe that could be a little newer and stuff like that. I think maybe that space could be better utilized, at least for the track kids. We don't really go over there much, so that whole area with like the arm press and stuff like that could be a little newer, which should be good. And then definitely most important for me, I think, would be to have like better treadmills, or at least running equipment, because like when it snows and stuff outside, we have to obviously settle for inside, because we don't have an outdoor track really, or an indoor track, I guess. And so like a long run treadmill would be great, anything along those lines. And then yeah, maybe like newer ellipticals or whatnot could be good, but that would be what I would say for running at least.
Regardless of change, the room will always serve as a place for athletes and regular students alike to better themselves and take advantage of this opportunity.
I'm really proud of the fact that we've had very, very few injuries in here. Maybe we're lucky, maybe we're conscious of safety. But for the amount of student athletes we have come through the doors, and the very few injuries we've had through the years, it's remarkable. And maybe, like I said, maybe it's luck, but maybe it's hard work.